Australia's leading mining company BHP Billiton has engaged Flinders University's Department of Archaeology to help Indigenous communities in Western Australia learn more about important cultural heritage sites.
Well, we've just spent 2 weeks recording Indigenous cultural heritage sites around Albany and Esperance. So we took 20 students and worked with members of the local community to record a whole range of different kinds of sites. It was a range of industry partners, so there was about 5 or 6, but they all had similar interests in that they work closely with Indigenous communities, and all of those Indigenous communities want their sites to be cared for. So those industry partners were, I suppose their investment was getting us to go over there and help those Indigenous communities look after those places, train them how to do it themselves, and bring students over there to learn about that process. This particular field school in Western Australia was largely driven by BHP Billiton, but there were a whole range of other industry partners like the West Australian Museum and a couple of natural resource management companies. So there were a lot of different interests that were coming together there over that Indigenous cultural heritage in those places. Well, we do field schools all around Australia, so we do them in Queensland, Northern Territory, Western Australia, Tasmania, as well as here in South Australia. But we're also running our first international field school next year in Chile, which is the very first time we've ever done it internationally, but it should be very exciting. Most of our field schools are only targeted towards our graduate students. Sometimes they're available to undergraduates, but they might be offered 1 or 2, whereas graduate students have a much bigger range and they can pick up more than one.
For Emma Young, a Flinders graduate undertaking the Graduate Diploma in Archaeology, the field school provided hands-on experience of the kind of archaeology work she'll be doing in the real world.
The field trip to Western Australia was a hands-on experience which let me learn and put my skills and knowledge that I've learned in class and in lectures into the actual field, being able to use my knowledge. Ahead in the field trips, there's a field trip to Chile in February where we'll be able to look at different sites internationally and be able to excavate and see the way the international history was.
Flinders University offers significant fieldwork opportunities for students in most areas of historical and maritime archaeology too, from looking for the world's oldest mummies in Chile to piecing together South Australia's whaling history.